Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking further into WeVideo if you are interested in using it for your movie project. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to Google Drive because we can connect WeVideo through your Google Drive. So we can go to New, and then we can come down to More, and you're going to see I already have WeVideo here. You won't have this. You'll want to go to Connect More Apps. It'll bring up a bunch. You should see WeVideo somewhere right here on the main page. So there we go. I have rated it here. You would click add. You could also research for WeVideo and it should pop up. Once you add it and you check allow, you should be able to go back to New More, and now WeVideo will be there. And again, this will connect through your Google Drive. So notice first over here on the left that it says use time, 4 minutes and 13 seconds of 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Export time resets on May 1st. So basically you have 5 minutes of publishing time each month. So you'll be doing a video project this month, and you'll be doing it in WeVideo. And if you publish it, let's say it's 2 minutes and it's not right, then you go back and you fix it and you publish it again and it's still not right. You won't be able to publish it a third time because now you'll be up to 6 minutes. So you have to make sure that when you are done, that you are officially done, and that's when you publish. So just be aware of that because that's one of the difficult things about WeVideo. Now, it gives you 5 gigs of storage space. So you just want to check that and make sure you're not using too much of it. But once you're ready, you're going to click on Create New, and it'll bring you into WeVideo. And the first thing you want to do is you want to come up here to the top left where you have these little 3 lines. And basically this is kind of like your save and manage area. Click on rename and just go ahead and rename your video. So last name and then autobiography or interview, whichever one you are deciding to do. And that'll just make it easier for you to find when you're done. Now, notice you also have storyboard mode and timeline mode. You need to be in timeline mode. Storyboard will be too simple and you won't be able to do everything that you need. And then just notice you have some other options in there in case you need them. All right, but once you're ready, you're going to upload your footage. So either right here on this little main area or right here, you'll see this little green cloud with an up arrow. So you'll click it. You can either browse to select your footage from your camera if you've plugged it in and saved it to your computer, or if you've got it saved on your Google Drive, you can click on your Google Drive. Okay, I'm going to browse to select, and then I'll go to where I have my footage saved. So I'm actually going to pull in some footage that is not related to an autobiography, so just a heads up to that. But let me see here. So let's just say I'm going to pull in this piece of footage and this piece of footage. And then let's see here. I'm going to pull in an image as well if you want to do that with me. And then let's see here. I'm also going to do this piece of footage. Okay, so I'll hit open. All right, so now my footage is coming in, it's starting to be visible. And notice the little blue bars basically just kind of means that they are loading. It says start editing right away, your media uploads while you create your video. So basically, this video right here is a video that I ripped from the internet. I can click on it and hit play over here, and it is the Disney intro for Disney movies. Now, you can do that for your project. For extra credit, you'll get 5 points for adding a external video from YouTube, ripping it from the internet. But if you add like 3 of them, you won't get 5 for each. It's only 5 for all 3. And you have to figure out how to do that yourself. That's why it's extra credit. So let's say that's going to be my title. So I'm going to drag that on and I'm going to drop it onto my video 1 line. It says, oops, your video is longer than the available publish time for this month. Upgrade. So again, you can see that's where you're going to run into issues. Okay, so maybe what I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim it because I want it to be shorter. So if I click on the clip and I come to the beginning or the end, I get these double-headed arrows and I can click and drag. And what that does is it basically just gets rid of the beginning of the video. So now when I hit play, oh, I imported the wrong video there. Oopsie daisies. So actually, this is a good example. So I actually trimmed too much. So I'm going to bring all of that back, and I can just by clicking on it and pulling it forward. Okay, I could also hit the undo button to undo it until I got back to where I was. All right, and so maybe I drag that down again. Okay, so let's watch it this time. So I scrub through here and kind of figure out where that ends. Okay, here's where it ends. Now, because this video is so long and I would have to scroll to the end and trim all of that back, what I could do is I could click on the clip, have this little playhead in place, and click on the scissors. That's going to split the clip. So it splits it into 2 pieces. Now I can click on that second piece and hit delete, and now I just have the beginning here. All right, and so we can see the intro, and it's playing. So maybe with this, you wanted to add a title on top of it. Okay, so what we would now do is we would go to the text option here. We would click on text, drag it down to the video to line. Now, you want to put it where you want it to start. So if you don't want it to start till a little bit later, you can drag it down. If you want it to last longer, then again, you just click on it, you hover over the beginning or the end, and you pull, and that'll change the length. And then I want to change the text here. So I'll click on the pencil that pops up when I click on the clip. And I'll change it here. So I'll just say green family vacation, because that's what this is. Again, you're going to be doing something different for your video. I'm just trying to use this as an example. Over here in the preview, I can pull on these little sizing handles so it fits on one line there. Over here on the left, I could change the type of font to make it, fit more with what I want it to look like. I can bold that font. I can italicize that font. I can change the font color. So a lot of different things that we can do here. I'm going to put it back to white. These are like different highlight and background colors. I don't really suggest using those, but you could play with them. The size, so I can just drag this and it will change the size. The line height, so that's just changing really the height of the characters. And then the spacing should be the spacing above and below. So we don't actually have that. So that won't change. And then you can just show here that it says, show grid, snap in place. So basically you could just kind of move this around to make sure that it's dead center if that's where you want it. And then you can hit done editing, or you'll notice there's another tab here that you can click on where you can actually animate this text. So maybe for the start, you want it to be here, and maybe for the end, you want it to be zoomed in. And so you can see now how that's really, really zoomed in there. And obviously that's not something I would want. So I would probably put that back. I would probably just decide to trash that and leave it as is and hit done. All right, now, actually, let's go back in there really quickly. Notice there's this fade in and fade out option as well, and you can edit those settings as well. I'm going to check that. I'm going to hit done. And so now I can play this, and you see that that fades in as you are seeing it. You'll also notice some other options up here. You can click on this kind of looking, a Q-tip looking icon. That's the fade in and the fade out as well. You can click on the FX, and that's going to be effects. So if you want it to look a little bit different, you can see over here how it's going to show you the normal and then the actual option that you're using there. So a lot of different options. All right, so that's just the beginning with adding our title and adding in our first video. I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and I'm going to come back in another video, and we're going to look more at what we can do in WeVideo. So I'll see you next time.